Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, the only place where cringe can be considered a Christmas gift. Today I've got something incredible for you guys, but really bad for me. We are going to be going through my old Facebook Messenger messages from like 6+ years ago and just see how I've changed. See what I've been writing, because I genuinely don't really remember. I just remember being cringe. And that's my Christmas gift to you guys. Also, really quick before we start, I'm going to be censoring out all personal information, so that includes the name and the profile picture. But the conversations are free reign, and that is where the fun is. Ew. Alright, so I already found the first conversation. The first thing I did was just scroll all the way to the bottom. And this text conversation comes from 2012. And the very first message I sent this girl was, "Irrelevant!" And she says, "So are you." Is that still true? I might hit her up and ask her. "Stop being a creeper. You are." Guess what? 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 What? Oh, I don't know. I don't have anything to talk about. Then why did I send a message in the first place? "You're gonna miss me during the summer." Not really. Yes, you will. Who wouldn't? Everyone. Oh my god, dude. I have no idea if she even remembers these conversations happening, but it'd be super funny to follow up with everybody in this video and see if they do remember, and just ask them on their opinion about me from way back then. But let's move on to the next text conversation. Oh my god. I just found something really creepy. I didn't know I was so creepy back then. So this text starts off with, "Hey, you should go like our Facebook page." For context, back then I had a magic Facebook page where I would post like tricks and tutorials to, and I was trying to get a really big page going, but it never took off. Anyway, Kaylee! Yes? "Do you want to be a good girl and watch this video I just posted? My friend told me to advertise it." Guess. Huh? "Do you want to be a good girl?" And she's thinking exactly what you're thinking, because the next text that she sends me is, "The beginning of your sentence sounds horrifyingly creepy, but I'm about to go to bed, so I'll check it out tomorrow, if I have time." And we all know that means, no, I'm never going to check it out, because your Facebook page is shit. And that was the end of that conversation. And that was 3 years later. I'm equally as cringe 3 years later. That was 2015. I had such a trend when okay, before I go any further, I messaged like every girl at my middle school, my high school, everywhere. I would message every single girl because I had a crush on every single girl. Now this one right here is just cringe. I can't even make a noise to describe what it is, but it reads, "Do you remember in 6th grade when I asked you out over Facebook message and you threatened jujitsu on me?" There's no conversation of that happening, but I do remember being in class. I think it was my STEM class, and I messaged her and I was like, "Hey, I have a crush on you." And she replied back and she said something along the lines of, "Don't message me or I will like do jiu-jitsu on you." And it freaked me the hell out, and I never messaged her again until 2014. In 2014, I must have been in like sophomore year or something like that. Another really cringy thing that I did, I don't even remember doing this, but in my grade 9, I had a teacher named Mr. Lackner, and he was my geometry teacher, and he had a very pretty peer tutor who also taught geometry with him. And I remember I had the biggest crush on this girl, so I decided to see if I could message her on Facebook instead of doing the obvious thing, which is to talk to her. Besides the point, you gotta look at this. "Are you Mr. Lackner's peer tutor? Are you Mr. Lackner's peer tutor? Are you Mr. Lackner's peer tutor?" How many women did I ask? There's probably more that I deleted, but Jesus, I was desperate. Ugh! Why did I do this? So I messaged 2 individual girls the exact same thing, and there couldn't be a creepier way I could ask this question. This was in 2015, and I said, "Hey, do you know this girl from our school? I'm an acquaintance of hers, but never really got to speak to her outside of the hallway. Is there any way I could contact her?" What? First of all, it looks like I had an established like conversation with this girl in the hallway maybe once, and when I say conversation, it probably meant, "Hey, you look nice today," or something along those lines. But why would her friends give me her contact information, the thing that's very personal to somebody, like their phone number, their Snapchat, whatever, to a creepy kid at school? Like, what was going through my mind that I would ever think that was acceptable or would ever happen? I have no idea. I also remember back then I was very obsessed with those copy-paste chains, and I used to send them to everybody. It would say like, copy and paste this to 5 people and your crush will ask you out on Monday. Well, I did that to this girl, and I feel so bad for her because I blew up her messages. Everyone who is actually cool, read this! Open one new tab. In the search bar, type top 50 women on the internet. Scroll down and look at number 7. Like this if you enjoyed. Now, I remember this article very fondly, and number 7 happened to be, it just said like you or something. It was like the person reading this. So the 7th hottest girl on the internet is you, the person you sent it to. And I thought that was hilarious. And she clearly didn't, because all she said in response was, hi. And then I started spamming her. I said, do the thing above. It's funny. Send this around, copy and paste it. I'm trying to make a funny chain letter. And then I sent it again. And then I said, did you do it? Did you do it? And all she sent me was a and oh, I cannot believe I said that. This is one of my still kind of good friends. We don't really talk anymore, but we've had a lot of memories together. And I remember I was on FaceTime with her and her best friend, and I think I screenshotted something and I thought it was funny. Like, I think they had a funny face or something. So I screenshotted it and I put it on my Facebook, and that is the context for this next set of messages. Hey Caleb, I don't like what your post says about me. It makes me feel embarrassed and I don't want it on Facebook. Please take it down. And then she links the post in question. And the very next thing I said is, how about nah, bitch? Like, what? This was 2014. Oh my god. Oh wow. This girl was probably my earliest crush. I don't remember having a crush earlier than this. But this dates back all the way to like 2004, 2005, when I was in like 4th or 5th grade. But these messages take place a little bit later when I'm in like the middle of middle school, right before high school started. Do you remember in the 5th grade when I hit on you? LOL, oh my god. It was when we were in the library and I was on email messaging you. The reason I brought this up was because I was thinking back in 5th grade when I almost got my school email taken away. Anyways, that's all I was gonna say. Bye! Now, I don't remember the context, but I'm pretty sure I almost got my email taken away because I sent a picture of like a sniper rifle to somebody. I think it was like a cat or a dog, something like that, holding a sniper rifle. And they told me I couldn't do that or they'd take my email away. And she responds with no. And I'm like, good, it was quite pathetic. Then why'd you bring it up? Like, why would I bring it up if I thought it was so pathetic? That's all I was really gonna say. See ya. Okay, bye. Anyways, guys, that was incredibly hard for me to get through because I haven't read these messages since I sent them. So 6+ years. I cannot believe I would send anything remotely close to that. And I do apologize to everybody who was featured in this video. This is a formal apology from me, my future self, to my past self and past you. I will see you next week with another video. Probably after New Year's. Peace out.